Dear students, today we will discuss about very important concept, that is Coulomb's law. Now we will discuss Coulomb's law in electrostatics. Coulomb's law in electrostatics. What is Coulomb's law? You know, there is a force, electrostatic force between any two charges. So now, what is the magnitude of that force? What is the direction of that force? So, we will know the magnitude of the electrostatic force from Coulomb's law. What is that law? The electrostatic force of attraction. You know, there is attractive force between two unlike charges and repulsive force between two like charges. Thus, the electrostatic force of attraction or repulsion between any two stationary point charges is directly proportional to the product of their magnitudes and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Let us consider there are two charges. It is Q1, it is Q2. These are the 2 point charges. Coulomb's law is applicable to point charges, and also these two charges are stationary, means these two charges are at rest. Suppose the distance between the two charges is R. The electrostatic force that may be attractive, that may be repulsive, that is directly proportional to the product of their magnitudes, Q1, Q2 product, and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. R is the distance between Q1 and Q2. We have to take square of this distance R, that is R square, that is A proportional to 1 by R square. As it is inversely proportional to square of the distance, so it is called as inverse square law. Coulomb's law is called as inverse square law. When you combine these two, by combining, we will get A proportional to Q1 Q2 by R square, or F is equal to K, small k, Q1 Q2 by R square. This small k is the proportionality constant. The value of k depends upon the system of units in which the force is measured, and also the nature of the medium in which the two charges are kept. If you take SI system, for if the medium is air or vacuum or free space, the value of k, small k, you have to take small k because we will take capital K for dielectric constant. What is dielectric constant we will discuss later. You take here the proportionality constant is small k. Small k is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. What is epsilon 0? Epsilon 0 is absolute permittivity. Absolute permittivity of free space or vacuum or air. Therefore, the absolute permittivity for air and vacuum they are almost equal. So I have taken air and vacuum, but not exactly equal, it is almost equal. Therefore F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. In place of K, you put 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. So force becomes 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R square. So here question arises, what is permittivity? So here it is the new term, it is the new quantity. Permittivity means it is the quantity which determines the electric behavior of a medium. So similarly, permeability you will learn in chapter magnetism, that determines the magnetic behavior, but this permittivity that determines the electric behavior of a medium. If you take any other medium, this small k is 1 by 4 pi epsilon. What is epsilon? Epsilon is corresponding absolute permittivity. Means, so A becomes 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 by R square. Where epsilon, it is epsilon. Remember this symbol is epsilon. Where epsilon is absolute permittivity of this given medium. So let us come to the CGS unit. In CGS system, for air or vacuum, you remember this small k is 1. Therefore, F is equal to Q1 Q2 by R square. And for any other medium, the small k is 1 by epsilon r. Epsilon r is your relative permittivity of the given medium. Therefore, F is equal to 1 by epsilon r Q1 Q2 by R square. So now, what is the value of epsilon 0? Value of epsilon 0. You know, epsilon 0, it is the absolute permittivity of air or vacuum or free space. So you remember epsilon 0 value, that is 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12. What will be the unit? You see, F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R square. When you bring epsilon 0 at here and F come to here, then the expression becomes epsilon 0 1 by 4 pi Q1 Q2 by F R square. That means the unit will be charge unit is Coulomb, it will be Coulomb square because Q1 and Q2 there are two charges, and divided by force means Newton, it will be Newton inverse and meter square inverse. Similarly, therefore 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 value will be, when you put all these values, 3.14 into 8.854 into 10 to the power minus